Apparently, Jonathan is in the middle of doing a paternity test on Miranda's baby to see whether or not Brian is actually the father or, God forbid, you are. Here we go again. How's that even possible? The baby in question here, we don't know where she is. How did he get her DNA? Well, not so surprisingly, but Jonathan apparently had access to Charlotte's DNA somehow, and I guess getting Brian's was no problem, and he went to 3 different clinics to get this done. So, the wait is on. How do you know this? In an effort to be transparent with me, give me something to prove that he is loyal to me once more, Sal told me. Sal told me all of Jonathan's plans. So Sal snitched on his boss? Yes. Because obviously, given our history, there's little reason for me to trust Sal and welcome him into my life with open arms. So he had to give me something that would show me that he's not 100% loyal to his boss, and he does care about me. I don't mean to be skeptical, and I know it's a touchy subject for you, but I'm so paranoid with how everyone behaves nowadays, and I'm always thinking someone's scheming. What if it just looks like he's snitching on Jonathan to gain your trust? You get what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to push your buttons or anything, but what if it's just like Jonathan told him to say that? Now it looks like Sal's being loyal to you. I think you're a little biased where you sit, and it's understandable. At the end of the day, Ma, I hope that Sal loves you the way he says he does, and I think he does, I don't know, but that man, Jonathan, he just wants what Nanny Agatha has. He wants the power, he wants to run his church the way he wants to run it, and he doesn't want any oversight. So if he can buddy up with you, and if he can buddy up with this family without having to fight us or whatever, like, of course that's what he's gonna do. So I don't know, I'm just skeptical, but do I think that I'm the father of that baby? No. And I've said this a million times. I don't look like her. I don't have a paternal connection to her when I look at her like that. I guess I saved her, but if she had been my kid, I wouldn't have had the disdain that I had towards her at the beginning. Do you believe that? Or are you just saying it because, well, you have your history with that baby. You have your feelings. You know, she is a baby that belongs to your ex-wife's new boyfriend. That whole situation, obviously you're going to look at Charlotte in a different light. So there's going to be no connection there. Yeah, I'm 100%. I believe that parents know their kids. That there's this silent connection between you and your child. Even if, like, hypothetically, I didn't know Junior for years. I bet if I had seen him in a picture, I would have known that's my son. When I look at Charlotte, I don't get that. Well, we will find out with the tests. There's 3 of them. So once they all come in, hopefully we are told the results. I can't guarantee that we will be, but you can't argue 3 tests. The only thing I worry about, because this happened to me, you know, with Melissa, what if he fakes it? Like, what if he fakes all these paternity test results, and then I gotta deal with that? You know, I'm grateful that Brian is on her birth certificate and all that, and it's like, you gotta prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm the dad, but like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with fake paternity tests. Well, obviously Nanny Agatha can't extend her jurisdiction to wherever he got those other tests, but I'm sure she can if she wants to, if she needs to. So I don't like your grandmother, but I don't think that she's going to let Jonathan Montgomery get one over on her. If she needs to intervene, she will. Okay? So yeah, Nanny Agatha can put him in his place and all that, and like cross check him. Great. She didn't do that for Melissa's stuff though. She didn't step in and intervene to help me. I mean, I guess this time around this would definitely hurt Miranda, and I don't think she wants that to happen. But I don't have faith in Nanny Agatha because you can't even get in touch with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's what I worry about. Now, I believe that he believes that God is telling him the answer or it's directing him. Maybe he's right. Maybe God is giving him a signal or something, but, someone who is so uncouth and so conniving, I don't really think that would be the case. And if that's all he's going off of, I don't think we have anything to worry about. Yeah, that's true. I guess what concerns me most is this man, look at it this way. This man went out and got 3 different tests, right? He got it from different states or whatever, okay. That means that this man really believes that Charlotte is mine. And he's going to expose Nanny Agatha for covering up a paternity test. Great. But if he believes that so much, he's got to have a reason to believe that. Either he knows something we don't, or he's faking the test. Exactly. Which is why I'm not panicking. Well, if that's the case, if he's just like going off of instinct and he feels something in the universe or something like that, that's okay. But if he's wrong, I feel bad for Brian. I feel bad for the people in his life because he's going to lose his mind if he's wrong. He's got to have a backup plan then, right? He's going through all this trouble. And you're telling me, like, if he's wrong, he's got nothing up his sleeve? What happens if he's wrong? That's what I want to know. The man secretly got everyone's DNA and did this. And he's having you find out. I don't know. Something's up. No. And again, I don't know if, hypothetically, you're the father. Of course he's going to come out of the woodworks and tell everyone. But if not, he may not even bring it up. He may not even reach out. Do you know how many days left until we get the results? Because now I gotta be paranoid about this. No. Your feelings are valid. But I also know that if you turned out to be Charlotte's dad, which I don't think you are, I think we all would have had that intuition by now. It would, once again, make your dreams come true, and you would be once again forever attached to Miranda. Is it bad that, I don't want to be her dad? I don't mean to take it out on the baby, but I don't want to be her dad. Well, a mother's intuition is usually not wrong, and grandmother's intuition's also not wrong either, and I don't feel like Charlotte's grandmother whatsoever. I think that Jonathan is desperate to gain some form of control so he can grow his church and be this world-renowned speaker, and he just wants money. And my mom is in his way. Our family is in his way. He can't act without oversight. He can't build his natural birth wing without approval, and I think he wants to change a lot of things in town to fit his vision. And we're in his way. So he's going to do anything in his power to make us look bad. And once those results come back, and it's not what he wants, like you said, it's not going to be good for the people in his life. I'm past having a kid with someone just to keep them around. For years, and it's unfair to Junior, but I sometimes looked at him as like my handcuff to Miranda. I don't want to have a baby like that. If I ever have a baby again, which I don't think I ever am, Yo, I want to love that baby wholeheartedly for that baby, and not just because it connects me to the baby's mother. Why do you give it any thought? It's such an outlandish, foolish. I heard that he got this idea in his head all because of someone's comment on the show. If he's acting on a whim like that, this is not a man who is doing long-term planning. This is just something that he got a bug up his butt. And I mean, why should you have any doubts? You sound sure of that, but I dealt with Nanny Agatha my whole life. And when I was married to Miranda, man, she showed such favoritism to Miranda. She treated me like she treats you. And she did everything in her power to always stick up for Miranda over me. Even her fans are always like, call Nanny Agatha, call Nanny Agatha. It just makes so much sense to me that she would make Brian the dad. She didn't want me connected to Miranda. Because I thought about it. It's a win-win for everybody back in the day. Nanny Agatha fakes the paternity test for Brian, right? That not only solidifies the breakup between me and Miranda, something Nanny Agatha always wanted, but it also connects Miranda to Brian. Now this man who grew up in a church has a baby out of wedlock. Not only did Nanny Agatha ruin my relationship with Miranda, but she also made the Montgomerys look like crap. Trashy crap. Well, in their eyes. You know what I mean? Baby out of wedlock for them. Oh my God. I could be way off, but the way Nanny Agatha couldn't stand me back in the day, I wouldn't put it past her to fake the paternity test. Who's gonna check?